York. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Oh, look, it's Ebro in the morning. Laura Styles is on assignment. What's her assignment, Rosenberg?
We sent her off to Asia to do some recon.
Southeast Asia. Mm-hmm. She's doing some study on hip hop.
That's a paid mission.
Majah Hype is here wishing that could be his mission.
Facts. That sounds lit.
What assignment do you have right now, Majah Hype? What is your assignment?
My assignment is to sell these 19 tickets.
Only 19 left.
To what?
To the show, September 1st.
What's it called?
It's called the Are You Dumb Tour. I mean, the tour started in January, and we usually end the summer here in New York City, in the hometown, you know what I'm saying? So
During Labor Day weekend.
Definitely during Labor Day weekend, representing for the Caribbean community.
And it will be in Kings County, yes, Brooklyn.
That's right. For the people, we're not talking about the hospital. For the people who might be visiting, we're talking about the
There's
county.
some performances going on there too, though.
yeah, facts.
Yo, serious business. Serious business.
King's Theater is where it's at, 1027 Flatbush Avenue. Make sure you get your 19.
So
one out of the 19.
you came to see us.
Yes.
To tell the audience
that
there's literally 19 tickets left. And what else did you come here for, my brother?
Just to say hi, man.
You missed us.
It's been a while since I've been up here.
He's being humble, yo.
It's been a while since I've been
Majah
up
Hype,
here.
one of the hottest dudes in the Caribbean right now. You know what I'm saying?
What is that
Hottest
based on?
comedians.
What sort of Billboard Caribbean monitoring system? Is it like Caribbean
just
Nielsen ratings?
Word of mouth and social media. Like everybody who's in the Caribbean who's on social media knows Majah Hype because he does these impressions and he's mad funny. That's why the Are You So Dumb? That's off of one of your characters.
Facts.
Which
Are you
character
dumb?
is that?
Her name is what's her name?
Take us through this character a little bit. For those of you who don't follow
Introduce
you,
us to
at
what's her
Majah
name?
Hype, by the way.
Well, the character is basically she's with this dude. The dude name is Sean. She literally beats this dude up. Has no respect for him.
Sounds like a Caribbean woman.
No, she's definitely not even Caribbean. She's from Brownsville.
She might be Caribbean. We don't know her parents.
She almost Shanae-esque.
Yeah, she like Sinead to the third power. You know what I'm saying? She wild. She don't got no respect for him, and she always asks him like, "Are you dumb?" Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Sounds like this is built on the Remy Ma. Because isn't Remy Ma the OG?
definitely,
Are you dumb?
definitely not.
No, definitely not.
100%.
Well, he doesn't
not.
want that problem either.
We don't want that problem.
What problem?
Well, if Remy finds out a character was made on her and there was no check.
Well, Are You Dumb is trademarked, so
I
I don't think she wants those problems.
Oh, got it. So now,
Wait a minute. I didn't know we was going there.
No, I mean, you know what?
No, I just remembered that was a thing that she used to do.
Yeah, she used to say it.
By the way, she's from the Bronx.
Yeah,
That's
she
the
definitely.
hood.
She definitely.
Are
used
you
to say
dumb?
it. Yeah.
Are you dumb?
that's just New York talk.
For me, that actually came from Canada about 8 years ago.
Really?
Yes.
How'd
You
that
first heard
happen?
it in Canada. Wow.
Yes, it was a Canadian slang.
Really?
Yes. And, it crossed the border and came to Brooklyn. I don't know if you remember when GS9 and Bobby Shmurda and everybody was doing their thing. They made a song called Are You Dumb?
Yes.
And that's where we kind of picked it up from, being in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where she picked it up from, but...
Maybe similar.
Yeah, it might be, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the hood, so the streets, it's viral when they go through the streets, so you know what I mean? It is what it is.
And so, what's her name?
Yes. So that's
Which is also very hood, because people will be like, what's her name?
Facts.
What's her name?
Exactly.
What's her name say?
Everybody be always in the comments like, yo, what's this character's name? And I'll be like, what's her name? You know what I'm saying?
And would you
chick.
say that this is the biggest character that you ever came with so far?
No.
What's the biggest character?
No. I mean, the biggest, I would probably say Mitzi.
And which one is that?
Mitzi is the Jamaican thief.
Thief and then
Yeah,
scammer.
yeah. That's what she do. She go in Macy's, get right, you know what I'm saying? Steal everything.
Can I ask you a question? I say this with all due respect. Your videos on the
Means
internet.
disrespect is on the way.
Possibly.
I mean, that's a Jamaican thing. You might have a little Jamaican
No
in it.
disrespect.
No disrespect still in her, but I like you being mother.
Well, no. See? your videos on the internet are phenomenal.
Right.
Almost 800,000 followers on Instagram. To Shawnee's point, the whole Caribbean time.
Almost a mil, fact.
When you come here, you feel like you're moments from falling asleep on the microphone. Why is that? I want to hear the characters. I don't want to make you. I don't like, hey, do that one, do this one.
I'm not a radio personality, you know what I'm saying? So,
Too early.
You
for
have a
you.
turn.
No, it's not too early. I'm just not a radio personality. I shine on stage.
Let me ask you this.
Oh, damn it.
Do you feel, and this is something I've asked other comedians too, because when you're a comedian,
Right.
the expectation is when a microphone's in your face at any time.
True.
Most of the time,
you're
yeah.
gonna be the person you are when you're performing.
I mean, even when you walking on the street, it don't even got to be a microphone. You'll have a fan just walk up to you and be like, "Say something funny. Say something funny."
And so if someone says that, what do you do?
Do
you walk right past them?
Nah, not at all. I acknowledge all of my fans and everybody who support what I do.
Dumb.
But I just ask a question like, so if I told you I was a beautician, would you ask me to curl your hair right here on the set? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You so funny.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just different sides of being a comedian. Like,
What are the topics you're most into these days?
now?
Like what's on the hype? What's on the major hype mind?
I think the Trump situation is hilarious. I think that's comedy within itself.
Which part of it?
All of it. The whole.
How much do you
thing.
enjoy seeing? You've seen the most recent news of the lawyer Michael Cohen and the
Admitting to.
yeah, and being convicted. They haven't actually walked into jail yet. We haven't
Right.
seen that.
Well, no.
for me-
Manafort convicted.
Cohen pled guilty.
pled guilty. Yeah.
For me, I feel like we already knew this. Like, so it ain't really a surprise for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just knew. I mean, it's like eventually it'll all come out. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's something that everybody already knew what was going on anyway. You know.
I actually have expressed my joy in watching rich white men go to jail because that's not something that we get to see all the time.
We
see a lot. We see poor people go to jail. We see black men go to jail.
They jail got like cold cuts and whatnot.
No,
so, I mean,
look,
you know.
if Vybz Kartel had a cell phone in jail, imagine what they got.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I bet it's better.
They
than
got
Cold Cuts.
printers, all of that.
They got every Wi-Fi.
they got the El Chapo special with the mural in the background and all that.
Yeah, they're relaxing.
You know what I'm saying?
But still,
yeah.
even still,
Well, yeah, because you have to imagine if you're Paul Manafort, what's he, 70?
I don't know if he's that old,
60s?
but let's call it 60.
I mean, he's been around for a long time. If you're him and you've been living your life the way you have, even rich people jail sucks.
That's a fact.
He's leaving his family now. He's got probably grandchildren and stuff. Like he's, you know what I'm
And
saying?
literally private planes flying everywhere all the time.
That's a fact.
Like, so I do imagine that as
I
much.
think jail is an inconvenience to anybody, no matter what type of jail you go into. But you know,
Well,
by
but
the
it's
way,
relative.
yeah.
I've
definitely.
never heard someone describe it that way. It's so true. He's 69 years old,
Yeah.
being like, I got to tell you, jail is just so terribly inconvenient. I'm swamped this week. I don't have time to go to jail. I got my grandchildren coming to town.
I got some plans. I was supposed to go
Had
visit
a
the
tea
summer
time on
home.
Sunday.
Yeah, we got 2 more weeks of vacation. I was going to be out there playing 18.
I got a lot of back to school shopping to do
There's
for
a
the
lot
grandkids.
to do. Yeah, that's crazy. To live the life that they've lived.
So, Majah Hype, I'm familiar with your. I think you used to do like an old Rasta character.
Not an old Rasta, but a Rasta.
A Rasta,
yeah.
okay.
The Ras.
The Ras.
Yeah. The older character was Grandpa James.
Grandpa James, that was the other man. Yes, Grandpa James.
Yes.
Now we know about What's Her Name's relatively new.
Yeah. Probably about
like
a
the
year.
last
Probably
year.
a year old. Yeah.
And then I want to say that there was a bearded man that used to do
Bobby Buns. Facts. What's up, son?
Yeah, Bobby Buns.
Yeah.
How's Bobby Buns doing?
Bobby
Still
Buns.
around?
Bobby Buns is okay, man. He chilling. He works for FedEx now.
Very nice. So that's 4 characters, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
How many characters do you have?
Man, I created multiple. Like I would probably say like 30 something.
Really?
Yeah.
But for the public, how many do you actively? Because that's where I'm going. Is how many do you actively run through storylines and skits and?
I mean, even for the top characters that a lot of people love, like a lot of people miss Grandpa James. I don't really do him that much no more.
Okay. Well, you just feel like it ran its course and.
Nah, not at all. Actually, I have a show on BT that's coming out called the Majah Hype Show. So I decided.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yo, that's big.
Thank you.
So this is sketch comedy time.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
When's that coming?
This fall, we're actually filming right now. So I wanted to
Majah
save
Hype
some of the
Show.
stuff for the show. You know what I mean? I wanted to save some stuff for the show, and bring back those characters that they love and miss from back then. So Sister Sandrine, Grandpa James, the Ross uncle. Everybody's gonna be on that show. You know what I mean?
Wait, the Ross has an uncle?
Yeah, his name is Ja Word.
Ja Word.
Yes.
I'm not hip to Ja Word.
Yeah, Ja Word had the anal cream in the glove compartment.
Oh. It's an interesting
It
choice.
gets complicated.
So, yeah, this is deep.
Yo, I'm very happy for you because
Thank you.
as somebody who you're from Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
And we've watched you basically build this
Definitely.
over the last 8 years, 10 years.
Yeah, 8 years. Yeah.
A TV show's a big fucking deal, man.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that 2 boom shaka talks.
Boom shaka talk.
Two what?
Boom shaka talk. Boom shaka talk.
One of those.
That means it's a really big moment. And I'm gonna give you 1 Ed Sheeran in the Mickey Ficky place.
Head Sheeran in the Mickey Vicky place.
Well, because
Who is that?
that's Rosenberg being stupid.
Say, oh my God.
How dare you? This is an art.
He said in his own drop.
Well,
I
Ed
appreciate
Sheeran,
it, though.
Without Ed Sheeran, reggae music would not, reggae and soca would not be where it is today without Ed
Excuse
Sheeran.
me?
You know that.
on
You
it.
know Drake brought reggae music
I
back.
don't,
When then
I
Ed
don't know
Sheeran came
what
in
you're talking
together.
about right now.
Right, it was, Bieber, Drake, and Ed Sheeran.
Oh, the holy trinity of reggae.
Without them, where would the Caribbean be?
That's a fact.
Yo, thank you, Majah Hype. Shawty, you hear that?
Look, I fight this
Tropical
fight every
pop,
day.
bro.
That's how it's tropical.
Tropical house.
Whatever it is.
They are the
Trance pop, whatever you want to call
holy
it.
trinity of reggae. Bieber,
Drake.
and Ed Sheeran.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Nah.
And then their
Don't
cousin,
agree.
Post Malone.
Don't fall into it.
A little bit of post?
A little bit of Posty.
I fight this fight every day. They're gonna use you now. See, Estelle
Nah,
came
man.
in and backed me.
I
No,
mean,
here
See,
you
here's the
go.
difference between Majah Hype and you. He's a comedian. You're not. He gets how
gonna go with the
ridiculous the
joke, right? He
sentiment
gonna go with
is
the joke.
because it's fucking
It's
stupid.
ridiculous.
Rastafarianism.
Oh my gosh. Rastafarianism.
That's not me, though. That was Andy Samberg.
wow.
But the sentiment is really based in the fact that these artists could co-opt this music, make it, and their versions of Caribbean music
Yeah.
are fucking everywhere.
Everywhere.
The
Everywhere.
same song by actually a Caribbean artist
Would not be as big.
would not leave the island.
That's always been.
Would not be as big.
It might
at all.
make it to New York.
Might. Like Flatbush.
And it's interesting when you think about it, too, because think about for how long reggae and dancehall has been huge in this country.
Right?
And for all those years, the presence of like white artists doing it was so limited.
Yeah.
Like very specific
The only
examples.
person who really got away with it back then was like Daddy Snow.
So Snow
It
had
had
the one
Snow,
record.
it had somebody else too.
Collie Buds.
No. Collie
Well,
Buds
you be
is-
40.
Collie
Red
Buds-
wine,
that wasn't really reggae.
They're the
It's resort
grandfather
music.
That
of
was
the Holy Trinity.
That's resort. That's Caribbean resort music.
that was
man.
Sandals music.
That's Sandals music.
That was
That's
all
lit
inclusive
Sandals music.
Sandals.
That's all inclusive music. All inclusive music. You rewind.
Red wine.
Go get your refills. Refill
Exactly.
music. That's called
Yes.
refill
We're
music.
about to have a
walk into the
Taibo
lobby.
class in the beach. About 15
All
minutes.
you could drink music.
Yeah, that's what that was.
They're about to bring up more jerk chicken music.
It was
Yo.
somebody else though.
Who else?
I can't remember the dude's name right now. He was really, really old guy.
Really? Who did it?
The white artist, yeah. I forgot his name though. Bobby would know.
And there's obviously been DJs, right? Bobby, Rodigan out in the UK.
You know, for me, I feel like when Caribbean, I think Caribbean people always kind of want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? When they see things like Justin Bieber doing a dancehall song, they look at it as, yeah, he's singing our music, but really and truly, he's jacking it.
But I
You know
really-
what
Put
but
a
I
new
wonder-
face on your music.
he's jacking
But
it.
I
That's what
wonder.
he's
But I
doing.
wonder if there's some sort of freedom to not getting upset about things like that. It doesn't. Reggae has always remained pure. There's always been a pure base of reggae that's existed no matter what is happening in pop music.
But like you just said, right? Dancehall music has existed for years in this country. But yet we still got issues like Luke Cage putting African dudes to play Jamaicans. So what type of ground did we really cover?
Right. If
You understand what I'm
there's still a
saying?
lack of acceptance there.
I mean, I could imagine in 1984 when Steven Seagal did Mark for Death. Okay.
Grab the first black guy, give him an
You know what I'm
accent,
saying?
right.
Exactly.
Slap
But
a dread
we
wig
in-
on him and
we
let's
in-
go.
We in
Go to the airport,
2018
Jim.
now. There's no reason why we should be watching Luke Cage and see some Africans or some dudes from North Carolina playing
And
Jamaicans.
can everyone tell right away when they hear the accent?
Right away, immediately. I was a big Luke Cage fan until I saw that.
Wow, that really that hurt. I can tell.
Yeah. Because I mean, we in 2018, bro. I've never seen nobody play a Spanish dude after Al Pacino. And they crucified Al Pacino for doing Scarface, but it was one of the biggest movies. But they said his accent wasn't good. They, you know what I'm saying, all kind of stuff. And I've never seen another dude playing a Spanish person before.
He's not
Wasn't
Spanish.
Spanish.
He's not Spanish.
There may be examples of it, but yeah, it's certainly not clear.
It's never been the wave.
And
through.
there are white Spanish people.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
it's not like it's a...
I mean,
Italian's close to.
yeah.
Spanish. You know, he is Al Pacino does have
It's Latin.
It's Latin-based language.
Right.
So people think his accent's trash in there. I guess I just think of it as being a Scarface accent. I don't even think of it being an actual accent.
Exactly.
He just sounds like Scarface.
Exactly.
That's very interesting, though. And also, you know, I guess we've had times when there are huge dancehall songs in this country, but the artists don't necessarily get to the highest level. I mean, Sean Paul made it pretty. Sean Paul did very well for himself.
Sean Paul,
Absolutely. Shaggy's done very
Well,
well
And
for
the issue
himself.
there is they light skin.
all the other light-skinned people.
But like after that, yeah, that's
But
true.
the same thing applies when you look at R&B. Alicia Keys, Beyonce, light skin.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hip hop, Drake, light skin.
Kendrick's
Cardi B.
popping.
Kendrick's popping, but is he at Drake levels as far as like
No, but
pop
that's different music.
acceptance?
That's different music.
It's different, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, listen.
Complexionism is real,
Yeah,
son.
super.
It's super real.
duper. Not even a question.
I don't even like
See,
half
but
these
that's
light
wrong.
skinned
That's what's wrong, though.
And see,
this
that's
is what
how-
the business was bad, though. They looked at their friend.
Yeah.
How you gonna turn around and just go right to your light skinned friend? And
Yeah,
just,
but you
Because
notice they didn't look at me,
he
though.
said something downstairs before we came up here.
oh, okay.
He was like, I'm light-skinned, I'm cute, and I got good skin. Definitely said that.
Who said the cute part?
He did.
He said about himself.
Definitely.
Never seen that before.
Definitely.
Yo,
That's-
talk to
that's-
him. We don't
that's
really
light-skinned
like
stuff.
these light skinned dudes.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't really like
See,
them.
that's part of the problem. We can't have interdivision, though.
That's them dudes that be listening to Drake and you know what I'm saying, crying in the room with a candle
Wait, time
lit.
out, time out. What's your friend's name?
This is Teddy.
Teddy, what'd you say? Louder.
I said you didn't have that energy at the meetings.
Let me tell you what meeting I never get invited
What
to.
meeting?
The light skin meetings. I don't get invited to those.
Why not?
They don't invite me because I'm not light skinned.
You're not.
You know, light skin. You can't deny that part.
What are you?
They don't invite me to the meetings.
He said he saw you at the meetings and you didn't have that
No,
same
they have a
energy.
picture of him. Always.
That's
Ebro's on the list.
Never.
I think they got
never
a
see me.
shrine
But you
of
say your
Ebro
energy is
in the
different
corner.
than how
Right?
They're trying to get him. They
Yo,
haven't
if
gotten
I
him.
pull my dick out, y'all see what time it is.
All right. You're gone too far,
far?
Biggs.
Too far?
You're gone too
far? It's too
far.
far.
Yeah, you didn't have to go that far. You're
There's
gone
10
too
dudes
far.
in here. You're talking about pulling your dick out.
Well, y'all got one. Y'all got one. Ain't no, you ain't
So you
seen
want
nothing new.
you want everyone to pull their dicks out?
You
That's
ain't
all the
seen
reason
nothing
why
new.
we don't want to see yours, bro.
I've seen
Everybody
a
got
dick
one.
before. God.
Major Hype, man.
We in
King's
the building,
Theater.
man, definitely.
See,
September.
couldn't you just done some of your
First.
characters? If you had just
September
done that, we wouldn't be talking about Ebro's dick. Now here we are.
You still bringing it up?
Fire for the
You're
dick talk.
intrigued. You're intrigued.
Fire for that. No dick talk around here.
That's a boom shaka top.
Do you have a lot of fun with some of the classic Caribbean like tropes that there are about sexuality, like going down on a woman and
Oh, yeah, all day. All day.
homophobia,
I
like some
mean,
of those things
like-
that exist? Do you have fun with some of those things?
Definitely. I mean, right now, you know, it's 2018, man. Vybz Kartel made a lot of things legal. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
I mean,
Please-
back,
please
back
expound.
back in the days, you know, like in like the 90s era where it was Bounty Killer and Buju and Beanie Man, it was not, even if, which, of course, there probably was dudes doing it at the time, but it wasn't cool to talk about.
You talking about going down on a woman?
All of that. Okay. Anything freaky.
Anything for that's
Yeah.
in the range of
Anything
being from
freaky, period.
from the
I mean,
straightest thing.
Back then, it was all about missionary and back shots. That was
that's it.
You know what
Got
I'm
it.
saying? Now, that's how I think Cartel manipulated the game by being the rebel of dancehall. You know what I'm saying? He was the
Well,
one.
I always thought Caribbean niggas was lying.
Always.
Niggas is liars.
100%.
Y'all eating box and
I wouldn't
ass.
say Caribbean niggas. I would say Jamaicans. Because the rest of the Caribbean don't even really care. A Trinity nigga will tell you right now, I suck Shinani, I don't care. I don't care about that boy. You know what I'm saying? The Asian dude will let you know right off the bat, cheese on, bread, man, I ain't gonna eat that girl like a ham cutter. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Jamaicans was really the only dudes that was like, my youth, that way I talk about, eat what? If it not cook, me not eat it, my youth. You know what I'm saying? So, that was the only people
Where
who
did
really
that
say
start,
that.
you think? Why?
It's just part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the culture. You know, Jamaica still has a boogerism law as well. So
What?
Boogerism,
What's that mean?
gay. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they kind of was on the guidelines of just not being associated with certain things. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of dudes was doing it. A lot of dudes are doing it, still doing it, have been doing it.
Liar.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know what, man? Listen, man, it's 2018, man. A lot of dudes is doing different things. There's new kids coming up. These new kids don't care about those laws. You know what I'm saying? And it's, I mean,
you use the term law loosely.
It's not a law.
It's not a law. It's a law, but it's an unwritten law.
Anal sex with your wife, that's against the law. Sodomy.
What
against the
about?
law.
But isn't the law in Jamaica? You also are not allowed to smoke weed.
That's definitely not a law.
What?
It was a law.
They've decriminalized it, but it was.
Yes.
But I'm saying that law
An
wasn't
island known for
smoking
weed had a law
preventing-
against weed.
So I'm just saying, not every law is observed.
Well, no,
Right.
they used to.
I mean,
you couldn't just
in the
walk
Car-
the streets smoking weed like that.
I think in the Caribbean, you kind of favoritize whatever law you like at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever works for you. You know what I mean? But I mean, also you got to remember there's a poverty level in the Caribbean, so we use whatever could get us a check. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You might be smoking weed, but guess what? I ain't gonna take you to jail if you could give me a little ting on the side. You understand? So I mean, laws is put in place.
Do you
for
find
stuff
that the
like
audience though has loosened up when on taboo subjects?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, you got artists out there that's like I said, Kartel started that. Really, basically singing about getting head and you know what I'm saying, having
The romping
threesomes and all that stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's a wide range thanks to having cable in the Caribbean.
How popular?
Shout out to
speaking
cable.
of Vybz Kartel, the lightening of the skin back to complexionism.
For me personally, I feel like that's a European brainwash. It's something that
Talk about it.
It's something that has been passed down from generations. You know what I'm saying? I have friends that has told me, my grandmother. We got 9. My grandmother got 9 grandkids, and 4 of them is black, and the other ones is light skinned, and that one got good hair, this one got dark hair, and it was a favoritism. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the fact that this is what we was taught through slavery days. You know
Talk
what I'm saying?
about it.
The light skinned ones look better. The straighter hair is prettier. The curly hair is prettier. So this is something that has been passed down through the cultures, through generations. So now you got these young kids thinking that light skin looks better. You know what I'm saying? Straight hair looks better. And a lot of times they don't even address the fact that they don't acknowledge that it's a brainwash. They think it's just like you see a girl on the street right now with weave and you like, Ma, you don't love yourself? What you mean I don't love myself? Why you got weave? Because it's easier to manage. No, it's not easy to manage. It's because somebody told you that was better looking than the hair you got on your actual head. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's a long trait of just self-love and not loving yourself and being brainwashed by society and
Beauty standards.
exactly. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. But
And do you feel like that? I see Vybz Kartel. I mean, obviously he's not available for
discussion.
discussion.
Not at the moment.
But when he was doing it before he went away, he was getting challenged. I felt like people was challenging him for it.
But for me, I think Kartel is the type of person who likes to push the envelope as an artist. He do things just to do it.
So he's the type of guy that would lighten his skin just to
Just
force a
because he
conversation.
had
That is why-
he had braces and didn't need braces.
Yep.
Yeah,
We did that
he
too.
put braces on just for people to talk. He put extensions in his hair just for people to talk. So he's the type of person who, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna do things to entertain people and get them talking about him. So, like I said, everybody was not talking about the freaky part and the giving head and all that craziness of dancehall. He's the one who said, you know what, I'm gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And he put it in his songs. You know what I'm saying? And now look at everybody else now talking about giving head, and it's a trend that everybody's following.
Majah Hype's his name, 30-something characters, show coming to BET that he's writing,
Yeah, definitely.
acting.
100% creative control.
Really?
Yeah. And I got a cast too. So it's there's a lot of people that's going to be on the show as well.
And this
Commodore is one of
explains
them.
why, who?
Commodore.
Commodore. I love
Yeah.
Mr. Commodore.
Jacob Berger.
Yeah.
Shiggy.
Shiggy.
Jesse Wu.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of other people that's doing numbers and actually talented in this tri-state area.
That's why you're different this interview. You feeling yourself.
Nah, definitely. I'm always feeling myself.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you
He used
down?
to come up here. He used to bring. Remember, we used to be able to actually get him to do the characters. Remember those
Not
days?
anymore.
Not anymore. Nah, I'm
Are
saving
you
it for
down?
TV.
I've been feeling myself, bro. Since I was DJing with Bobby, I was feeling myself. You talking about?
Yo, go check him. King's Theater, September 1st.
Definitely.
Major Hype Show.
Thank you,
That's
man.
right. Make
Yes,
sure
sir.
y'all
Have
follow
fun.
me too, man.